Halo. Ya, perjalanan Aloy kali ini dilanjutkan setelah yang sebelumnya. Dia sudah mendapatkan Omega Clearance dari bunkernya Ted Fero. Aloy kali ini ditugaskan untuk pergi ke Cauldron Gemini atau Gemini, Cauldron Gemini di sini untuk menangkap HEPHAESTUS. Nah, namun sebelumnya kita harus kembali dulu ke base. Ya, mungkin dapat brief dari Gaia untuk lanjutannya seperti apa. Satu lagi, kita juga dapat satu anggota baru di dalam base, yaitu Alpha, yang bergabung dengan Aloy, dan tentunya kita bisa lihat dia di base nantinya. Yap, that's it. Kita langsung aja ke base. Ini kita berada di sini. Seperti biasa kita akan langsung aja ke misi utamanya tanpa mengindahkan soal side mission ataupun juga errand yang lainnya. Oh, except that we do not have any weapon. Do we? Yes, we do. We do have.
Welcome back. Aloy, okay. I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is HEPHAESTUS itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing HEPHAESTUS will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
HEPHAESTUS would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy. You better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Beta in bad shape? Why? Sebentar ya, kita urus administrasi ini dulu bentar.
Okay. Data modules in.
Ada apa dengan Beta? Sakit perut kah?
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Laurel and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy. Whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Ya, dari yang sebelumnya gue bilang adalah perbedaan antara beta dengan Aloy itu begitu besar, dan pernah gue mention juga bahwa Aloy itu dibesarin sama Ross, yaitu figur bapak untuk dia gitu ya, dan pengaruhnya memang sangat besar sih, dimana karakternya Aloy itu betul-betul sangat agresif, pemberani, baik hati gitu. Nah, berbeda dengan beta yang betul-betul dibesarkan dalam sebuah institusi yang ya bisa dikatakan robotik, yang bentuk karakternya dia jadi seperti ini. Oke, Dan, lumayan menarik. Aku cukup suka scene yang di situ. Kita dengar apa yang akan dibilang sama Gaia.
Hello again, Aloy.
Halo.
Hello, Aloy.
Halo.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron, Gemini?
Yes.
Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
No. Stop talking. Ini ada dua, ini hanya progress sama cerita-cerita masa lalu, cerita sejarah, jadi itu nanti aja.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Ternyata langsung masuk aja ke dalam cauldronnya. Aku mikirin kita bakal masuk, ada proses masuk ke dalam sini.
Booting up.
Beta, Aloy, I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right?
In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
working. It's got nowhere to go. Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
That means machines are on their way. Get ready.
Here they come!
Varl,
he
stay
goes.
here. Protect Beta.
Got it!
Be careful.
Scan dulu. Hancur. Oke. You die. Wah, nggak ngakru. Ya. What? Cakep.
Get back!
Aloy, help.
Resek.
Over here, you!
One.
Aloy! Get a hand over here!
Bangun Loy.
Right away from Beta! Stay back!
Iya tahu pakai asif. Udah dikasih tuh. One down.
Get back!
It's really angry.
Wih. Is it dead? Is it dead? Yes. Kamu apa? Sama racun. Oke, fine. 1, 2, 3. Oke.
Aloy! Get a hand over here!
Okay, better.
Nggak mau. Itu dia. Rontok ya mas. Ngambam.
That's all but good.
Ada lagi? Oh, kirain ada. Ya salah ya. Seharusnya kita jatuhin si Ravager itu dulu gitu, biar dapat senjatanya. Maybe next time. So do we got? Oh, ada ungu-ungu.
You two
Is it?
okay?
Lumayan lah.
Sorry, had to go deal with something.
Yes.
You were
Shiny
talking
things.
about something before I left.
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here. I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime. Keep her safe, Laurel.
All my life.
Isi dulu, medik. Nah, jamur-jamur ini kalau misalnya di dalam Cauldron ini sama seperti tumbuhan yang di luar. Gitu. Tumbuhan biru yang di luar. Hah? Kenapa bisa manjat? Untuk apa? We need this untuk nanti. Smoke bomb ya, untuk emergency aja.
Okay, I gotta chase after HEPHAESTUS. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
Shiny, jangan lupakan itu. Ada volatile sludge itu lumayan untuk peluru. What?
No, you don't, HEPHAESTUS.
Hey.
I'll find another way over.
Bisakah kita lompat ke bawah situ? Can we do it? Let's just do it. Yes, we can.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there is a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Ada yang pecah.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
Shiny. No one miss the shiny, right?
It's some kind of production chamber. HEPHAESTUS is up to something, all right?
Itu bisa
What kind
gayut
of
di
machine is it trying to
situ.
build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
Ini mencurigakan.
I bet that's where HEPHAESTUS is hiding too.
Okay, what should we do here? Apakah kita lewati gitu aja? Oh, oke.
Looks like there are a couple of ways I can go. Well, that doesn't sound good. Catch your fire.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate enough,
Wait. Oh, oke, kita kesini dulu yang paling dekat.
there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
What? Ya, belum tahu.
There should be a node you can
Eh?
override near the central platform.
Jangan sampai ketahuan. Kawan. Ya. Run. Nggak bisa sayang. Kabur. Jadi lebih cepat kalau misalnya kita main sembunyi-sembunyi seperti ini. Timbang main bablas. Oke, dia belum tahu. Dia bisa nyari. Yes. Oke, dia balik. Krak. Lehernya dicolok. Mantap. Sebelum dia panggil kawan yang sebelah sana. Oke, that's it. Do it. Bentar, dia apa? Api. Dia siapin api. Kawan. Area.
Machines are making a beeline for another chamber. I better follow them.
And bisa di override padahal. Ya Allah. Oh, nggak ada gunanya juga sih. Langsung mati main. Nandat.
Great. The machine's on the way. Beta! Hephaestus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Whee! Yes. You broken yet? No? Haha. Ow! That is a bad. Run, boy. Go. Yang rese teman-teman yang kecil-kecilin ini. Ajarin dulu. Ow. Hey. Mamam. Nah, ente cross ya. Nah, satu kali. Dua kali. Ya. Itu dia. Wih. Jauh. Yes, bebe. Di peluru dulu. Dah. Dan masih ada lagi. Sih. Oh, incoming. Kamu apa? Listrik. Telat. Sambetannya, mamam. Belum kuat juga. Mati loh. Belum juga.
I tapped into the core's network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node.
Iya, kalau misalnya dia attack itu keras banget.
Nice. Thanks.
Tak. Sebelum kita lanjut, ambil dulu barang-barang di sini. See, it's shiny. You don't wanna miss the shiny. Come on. Okay, I think it's done.
Begin extraction.
Alright, to recharging.
Sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well,
Okay,
not get
peluru dulu. Nanti aja, nih fine. Okay, good. Saya tunggu dulu sampai rechargingnya penuh. Override to recharging. It's out, is it? That's it? Oh, oke, berarti kita lanjut ke toko sebelah. Itu ada lubang. Just cannot stand. Apa dalam sini? Oh, ini cuma ruang untuk kita sembunyi. Tunggu saya, persiapan untuk nanti emergency.
Energy containment failed. Safe overload.
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but
Wait,
I need something to
sepertinya
hold the cycling
advanced
module
storage
together.
water.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right. Or some luminous braiding.
You could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity. I think
Beda.
we can do this, Aloy.
Rame banget ya. Salah, lompatnya hampir jatuh. Oh, siapa? Yuk, nggak bisa kita lewat situ. Where should we go now?
Damn it!
Oh, ke atas.
Catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Ketinggian ini. Coba kita balik lagi, saudara-saudara. Ini. Au, oh ternyata nggak apa-apa, kirain langsung mati. Oke, dari sini. Yes. What about this? Ini apa? Bisa ditarik kan? Oh yes, we can. Haha. Jump. Nah, dari sini kita tinggal tunggu kontar. Oke, ada 3 shiny. Yes, ini lagi ya. Good. Ya, tinggalan trayek ini. Tunggu yang berikutnya deh. Jump. Wih. Manjat-manjat gitu bisa membuat basah telapak tangan ya.
Just a little longer. Alright. I need to draw HEPHAESTUS out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
Nah, ya, siapa tahu kita bisa serang dia dari atas. Can we do it? Throw it. Try. Yes, it's down. Okay, can you jump here? Hello? No? Good. Done. Kamu bisa apa? Electric wood? Oh, bisa di atas mari. Listrik. Resonator itu lumayan efektif. Cekok. Oke, tinggal yang ini. Apa dia? Listrik. Ah, kenapa turun masnya? Bagus. Critical strike. Done. Is it done? Suara-suara mesin ini buat parno ya, kirain ada musuh. Oh, ini yang tadi. Oke, tinggal kita override di sini. Dia udah mati nih. Apa itu?
Oh, here we go again.
Listrik.
That doesn't sound good. I'll try to get your access back.
Kita racun dia dulu. Oh, kenapa? Kena racun ya? Mana masnya? Udah aman. Curi senjatanya dulu nih yang penting. Wih, sweet. Copot satu. Wow. Yes, copot 2. Ya, sekarang tanduk ya untuk panen. Kayak musuhnya Azinga kan. Tekar lagi. Yes, one down. Oh, enggak. Itu baru cangkangnya doang. Oke, kita racun dia lagi. Kebakar. Oke, on time. Hey, don't go. I need your touch. Oh, no. Yes! Oke, isi peluru dulu. Oh, dia bisa naik ke atas. Oh ya nih, kangguru ini emang efek. Oke, dia apa sih? Transaction water. Oke, berarti kita kasih oke. Wih, come on. Yes, it's down. Gila, cambuk api saudara-saudara. Selalu aja salah button gitu tuh. And then what?
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
Machine HEPHAESTUS was building.
Should we?
They must have finished it.
Kita ke sini dulu.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just
Ya
stay
lompat
where you are,
aja nih,
okay?
nggak usah.
Handling the machine is my job.
Safe.
Oke, ini butuh. Ini yang tadi gue bilang save the best for last ya. Whoa, what is this? Water spine, es dan air. Oke.
I think it's charging up.
Sebelumnya charging up, pasang dulu strap. Oke. Again. And one more. Come on, run.
It's charging. It's covered in plasma. Brittle.
Rasa kau ya. Oke, what do we... Habis apa? Pas motornya? Oh shoot!
We got plasma on me. It's gonna explode any second.
Tuh. Come on. Yes, that's the way to do it. Huh? Yeah, baby. Kenapa? Kena rasa kok.
Charging up again.
Oh no, you don't. Down.
Done.
You did it!
Easy.
There should be one more note to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
Where?
No more hiding, Hephaestus.
Return to Beta and Paul.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make
Oke.
sure it stays
Ini
there.
terus ke sana.
I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Laurel. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Shiny. Itu mereka di situ.
Going down.
Aloy, the bypass is done.
The core is stable.
Complete
Hephaestus
main
is
quest.
100%
Cuman
contained.
that's it? Ha!
Now we better
That
get
is so
started with the merge.
fast.
It's all set up.
Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Oh dear.
You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at
it. 2 kali. Dia segituin lagi.
Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
What just happened?
Beta. Varl.
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay.
Wow, kejadiannya agak masif ya barusan. Val bisa jadi dia mati di situ. Ya, aku sedikit berharap sih supaya ceritanya nggak terlalu cheesy. Tapi ya memang menyakitkan. Dan Beta diambil oleh Zenith dan Tilda tiba-tiba apakah dia berkhianat atau iseng?
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like.
What?
I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. My favorite pairing on the left is woman reading a letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery, woman reading music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later. Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn. This is Rembrandt painting Jeremiah, a man in mourning.
Mourning what?
His home. The ancient city of Jerusalem. He foresaw its impending doom, but could do nothing to prevent it. So instead, he saved its treasures from destruction, just as I saved these works. You could say we're kindred spirits. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
Dari tadi udah ada 3 karyanya Rembrandt. Ini siapa?
The Gust. By Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
A ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it. Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
A lot of weight on his shoulders.
Okay, let's go.
Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the Cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on HEPHAESTUS, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
Ini yang jadi si Tilda nih Carrie Ann Moss nih. Misalnya ada yang tahu dia main The Matrix. Jadi siapa namanya? Aku lupa.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta. In the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially...
Trinity.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
Focus. You repaired it? That means you've seen
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand, to be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it all, I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it?
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the Cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the Earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were. Certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Farzenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of HEPHAESTUS will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise. Okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge. Contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. Will be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenat. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Oke. Banyak sekali yang terjadi ya. Sejak ya kayaknya sih memang Varl tuh mati di situ, cuman karena mayatnya belum ada, belum ketahuan, jadi belum tentu Varl-nya mati juga. Ya, normalnya gitu. Kalau misalnya dicerita dongeng-dongeng game ataupun juga superheroes gitu ya.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Got it. Dan tiba-tiba kita dapat anggota baru dari kelompoknya Zenith sendiri, yaitu Tilda. Ya masih mencurigakan apakah si Tilda ini memang niatnya betul-betul baik, yaitu menjalankan cita-citanya si Elizabeth Sobek untuk harapan bagi umat manusia, atau memang dia menjadi mata-matanya si Zenith dan pura-pura baik ke kita gitu. Ya ini misteri yang cukup besar. Dan ya aku juga baru tersadar kalau misalnya memang kelompok Zenith ini perang sama kelompoknya si Silent yang mengusung orang-orang dari Renegade. Di situ ada Regala dan segala macam yang saat ini akan segera menyerang ibu kotanya Tanakh gitu. Oke, berikutnya misi kita itu adalah The Wing of the Ten. Nah ini salah satu misi besarnya Horizon Forbidden West dan ada beberapa fitur yang akan terbuka di sini. Kalau misalnya kita lihat inilah Aloy has plan to end Regala's rebellion. Jadi kayaknya kita akan ada perang besar di sini. Mungkin juga kita akan berantem langsung melawan si Regala, yaitu pimpinan daripada rebellion. Defeat the Zenith, yang mengalahkan Zenith dan menyelamatkan Beta dari dan Gaia. Aku baru sadar kalau misalnya Gaia ternyata ketahuan juga ya. But first, she must reunite with her companion. Ya, dia akan ngumpul dulu sama teman-temannya, mungkin akan ke base. Ya betul, objektifnya akan kembali ke base dan lay a dear friend to rest. Oh, oke, berarti begitu balik ke base kayaknya kita akan ada seremoni penguburan ataupun juga penghormatan terakhir untuk Varl. Oh, it's gonna be sad, man. Which is nice in story's perspective. Kalau enggak ya terlalu gampang rasanya perjalanannya Aloy. Tapi aku nggak nyangka kalau misalnya mereka akan mengorbankan Varl di sini. Ya, aku pikir dia akan kayak aman-aman aja, yang akan dikorbankan malah si Eren. Tapi memang karena di awal interaksinya Aloy itu banyak ke Val, memang karakter Val yang sangat layak untuk dikorbankan supaya story ini jadi lebih kuat gitu. Nah, kita akan jalankan The Wing of Ten di stream berikutnya. Terima kasih untuk nonton di hari ini, ataupun juga di video yang kali ini. Stay safe, stay healthy guys. Thank you so much.